a good question. Let's see what these wonderful people are talking about.
I wouldn't buy a man a birthday gift. No. He has me.
Stop. I'm so sorry. You yourself, you're useless. You're useless. You're fucking useless. You're useless human being.
Hey, listen. Okay. That's a perfect segue. Okay. Check this out. Right, I got a question for the fellas. All right. You know the game KFM.
That's the
Kill,
one that
freak.
Yep.
That's the kissing
Okay.
game shit.
So look.
Okay.
Based strictly on what you've seen thus far of those women presented. If you now, I'm not including, this is hypothetical. This ain't got nothing to do with your actual ladies you got at the house. Out of those women that are presented there. Matter of fact, skip the KFM. Which one of those women would, if you was forced, they said you got to be with this woman forever? Out of all of those women up there, who do you think is the best candidate based on what you believe in?
Probably the one that spoke the least.
Yep.
The one that had less to say about this conversation is probably the one I'm looking for. Because the funny thing is, I'm sure we all heard a lot. You let people talk to hang themselves. You know what I'm saying? Give them the rope to hang themselves. Just keep on talking so I can hear all the blasphemy that's coming out your mouth.
Yeah, they die by the sword of their own tongue.
Because I already had in my mind, Shorty is mad selfish. Shorty is mad selfish, and she's only thinking about herself. And the moment that she came out her mouth and said, "I'm not buying a birthday gift," thank you. You told me everything I need to know. Appreciate you.
But not only that, I could just like you were saying, Hunter, watch the one that says the less. But out of all the women there, she's like one of the least ones standing there. There's ones who haven't even said anything that seem like they're just a better quality of woman than she is. You know what I mean? Overall. You know what I mean? Just the way body look, their demeanor, everything. So with her, like she just, I'm cool. Yeah.
What do you say, Chef?
Hey, I seen this already. I'm just here to piss y'all off.
You got Chef, before this stream is over, man, you gotta play that cat video for me, man. I love that video, man.
I got you.
Love that joint.
Oh, we say that one for Andrea. Don't worry, she gonna earn it. We just waiting. That's Andrea's.
Okay. Don't mess up now. Hey, but look, the reason I posed that question is this, and I think both of you gentlemen, kind of highlighted that, but there's two other women that are part of this conversation who haven't spoken one word yet.
It's really three.
No, that haven't spoken. The two that are going in and out is both of them together. I guess they homegirls because she co-signing everything she's saying. The two with the tops open and the girls out. So the whole idea is that the two more moderately dressed women who have said nothing, who could be twice as trashy as these two, automatically get the benefit of the doubt that they're better people just because they haven't spoken.
I thought it was 5 of them, but I might be wrong. But go ahead.
Either way, they all get credit just for shutting up. You say you may be a fool, but once you open your mouth, you remove all doubt.
Word to mommy.
Straight up. So let's see what's what.
No, stop. No, wait. No, let me land. No, let me land.
How about the men that have it? Okay. Listen, NK, you don't have the money to be able to afford a woman like me. You need to pipe down.
Let me.
I
Oh, are you ready? Are you ready? So, are you ready? So, hi, madam. You listening? Yeah. You just said you just said, all right, cool. Now done your degree. More
I'm not
time.
gonna use it.
No, quick question. Quick question. No, that's calm. That's calm.
Shorty logic is fucked up, bro.
See what she just said? You said what you was talking.
Logic. Yeah, like she don't plan on using it. Her logic. Come on, man. Like, where's the logic in this? I heard what you were saying, Chef, about hypergamy not being a resource thing, but it's like she's putting herself in a position to say, I have 2 degrees, so I deserve a man to have this. He better have this in order for him to qualify to even talk to me.
She's creating fake currency. That's creating.
Finna say.
That's fake. That what I call that is fake currency. All right. Because what it is obviously the degrees, they hold no value to her. She's just using them as something to do to show that she's important, but it's something that she doesn't hold very much importance to because she's basically picking up those degrees in order to do nothing with them. So they lack importance to her. It's like a Louis bag or a Gucci bag so that she could show that she has it, but it holds no value. So as far as she goes, it's fake currency she's creating. It's like me saying, okay, I give Vic, $1,000 flat screen TV, and he comes back and he's like, all right, cool, here. And he give me $1,000 Monopoly money. Or he comes and brings some artwork, some shit that he been sketching in the sketchbook and brings me 4 sketches and here, these are worth $250 to me. They're currency to him. They're not currency to me. If his last name ain't Basquiat, right? So what it is she's creating fake currency as something to hold up and say, but look, when in actuality, it doesn't mean shit to her.
She gonna end up picking that dude right there with them chains on, thinking that he got money, and then be mad when she find out he broke.
Check me out, Chef. That's what be happening, right? Dudes be walking around trying to hit the mute on these women out here. You know what I'm saying? Because they trying to live out these talking points, and it's not reality. And I think a lot of women are having that same problem because they're picking up these talking points that are on the other side of the argument, which is I'm so good for this and I'm not taking nothing less than this, and if I got this, you better have that. You know what I'm saying? And they're taking these talking points that come from the other side of the hall, and they're running with them just as hard, and nobody's finding what they're looking for.
I can see that. Let's keep it moving.
That's calm. It's not Pokemon. No, stop, bro. Look. You just said you're not going to use it. I don't know your circumstance, but less than 9 times out of 10, you're going to be a student at debt. Cool. Wait. You now so you want to do another degree. So you already got debt. Hold on.
My previous boyfriend paid. He paid for it. He paid for the degree.
You're minus 50K already. You now want to do another degree.
No, he paid for
Stop.
She got in debt. She got in debt. Her ex paid.
Okay, your ex paid. Cool. Check.
When do we start blaming the dudes? You heard it. You heard it. Oh, by the way, yeah, we must be getting popular. We got Russian bots. Oh, snap. But yeah, talk to me.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Like he come on, dog. Why would you do that? Why? For what? What did that serve you, my guy? That's like meeting a chick in the mall and knowing her for 2 weeks and saying, you know what? I'm gonna pay the rest of your lease out. I'm gonna pay the next 6 months of your rent out. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Now you're raising the expectation of something that is. Come on, I don't.
So now,
Oh my god.
No,
But watch. Can I ask watch the question? Can I ask watch the question, please? Can I ask watch the question? Because he's still out here. I'm not out here no more. So, all right. Okay, you meet her, right? But let's say this is a chick that like you just like, yo, Like she is just super duper 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 bad, right? Like you like, man, right? 2 weeks go by, everything's smooth, everything great. Are you still standing on your square on all this stuff? I just want to know. I'm just asking. I'm
The
just
only,
asking.
if I'm gonna pay for, I don't care how much money I got. If I'm gonna pay off her student loan debt, she better have my last name.
Ooh, okay.
Bro, check me out, right? So if would you put some if it was a I'm talking about a super baddie and you was undercut, so you looking like
Super.
okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't peeped her all the way out. Would you pay for her gas at a gas pump?
To put $40 in her gas tank, sure. Wait. Time out. Are you talking about like I just ran into Shorty at the gas station, or that's my Shorty?
No, a joint you trying to pick up. I couldn't care what the scenario was. Would you buy some Chinese food? She was standing in the line behind you.
No.
God damn, you a hard sell, Watts.
Really? For real? I mean, no, we're talking super
Hey,
duper.
look.
We talking like
Hey,
Janet
look, Watts
Jackson,
on that
Halle
old
Berry
school.
type level. Watts, like,
But look,
for
Hey,
real?
hey, Mr. Best, Watts on that old school. I ain't paying for no water or nothing that's supposed to be free, including that nanny. So,
He gonna
hey,
do
listen.
like Mike Epps. Hold on. He gonna do like Mike Epps. He gonna pull out the keys and be like, "Here you go, girl. Gonna get you a soda out the trunk." Do one of those moves.
ew, I'm just.
Oh wow.
It's just like when you look at her, like Shorty's not ugly. Low key, she kind of my speed. If I'm gonna keep it a whole being with you, Shorty my speed. If I'm gonna keep it a whole being with you,
You keeping
but
the beat?
I'm keeping it a whole being with you, Shorty my speed. But it's when she
Yeah.
open her mouth, dog. When she opens her
But
mouth,
just you don't know who she is yet. Let's just say you don't know nothing about this video. She just behind you with old girl in the line at the damn New China buffet, and you were like, you know what?
He said the new
What
China.
would you?
And we say you got a new
This is
China
crazy,
cafe
bro.
or a new China buffet.
I'm saying,
Yeah, you know you're in the hood.
are
You know
you
you're in
gonna
the hood
pay
more
for
when you
it?
got the new China.
hey look, are you gonna offer to pay? Like, hey, why don't y'all join me? Or you just gonna let it pass?
no,
Word,
my
that
offer.
$5.99 special. You ain't got the $5.99 for it?
No, my offer to pay for anything doesn't come until we exchange information. I get to talk to her on the phone. I get to find out what your character like. Like it's certain things I need to find out before I'm investing anything in you
Watts
other than
ain't getting
So
time.
you won't. So that means you won't buy a girl a
Not
drink
nothing.
then. So that means you won't buy a
Nope.
girl a drink.
No,
Huh?
I'm not.
At
No,
the
see,
club.
and you know what? Here's what I'll say.
Uh-oh.
Oh, don't
I
backtrack
don't.
now, nigga.
No. I'm not backtracking. Here's what I'll say. Because there's been plenty of scenarios where I've been out, like I've been to some bring your own bottle type of situations, right? Some type of establishments like that. I don't mind pouring a drink for a shorty out of my bottle because I already
Bro, you
paid for it. I already spent the $14 for the bottle. You know what I'm saying? I like drinking Jose Cuervo. I know it's gonna cost me $14.89 to get the bottle that I need. You feel me? If I go
Nigga.
to Total Wine
Not
right
at
now,
the club, bro.
What club have
You
you been
sneaking
to
in?
where you can bring your own beer? Hey, let me tell you something, bro.
Yeah, I wanna
Don't
know
go
where
to
that's
no
at.
more of them clubs for
I
the
don't know
record.
what that is.
You're too valuable to the team, okay? Don't go back there. Hey, listen, let me tell you something, bro. Now, in a real scenario, you at the club. Okay, cool. $5-10 drink. She eyeing you across the room. You feeling her. You got a pocket full of money. You gonna buy a drink or nah?
I'll buy a drink. Let's do it. Let's buy her a drink.
Okay, let's buy her a drink. It's not a big deal.
I got
Now
you.
here's the game. The way that you would think of buying a drink, or it wouldn't matter what it is, man. Paying putting 4 quarters in somebody's parking meter. When men with extreme resources, or what they feel is extreme resources, are in that position, there's small don't the equivalent to them is the same thing. I mean maybe that's the equivalent to a light bill is paying a girl's tuition, her $50,000, $60,000 tuition. That's play money to some people.
And I understand that, and I
Like buying a
respect
drink.
that. Like, and I understand it, and I understand 100% what you're saying. You feel me? Everybody's in a different financial position. So, like you said, that 50 grand probably ain't shit but lunch money for him. You feel me? So
Right.
that's slight money. He probably ain't even. He
I'm not,
probably spent that
I'm
and
not
didn't
saying
even
that you
think
should
twice.
do it, but in that
I know.
position, you think you would see it different.
I do think I'm seeing it different because when we're talking about paying somebody's tuition versus buying them a drink in the club, like those are two totally different environments. Those are two totally
Yeah.
different. Like the expectation when you're in a club, like we already know what it is. You know when you go to the club, most of the time, shorty not gonna talk to you till you give her a drink. You feel me? Like that's the environment that you're in. That's the expectation that you're there. But in real life, if your expectation of me is to pay your student loan in order for you to be my shorty, oh no, please get the fuck from around me quickly.
Okay.
All right, Vic. Okay, so for you, Vic, you see the super baddie at the China buffet at the Great Wall. What you doing?
Right. You know what time it is, man.
I already
Okay.
know.
You get. Hey, let me tell you something. Okay.
Vic buying a General
Everything.
Soul's lunch special quickly.
Hey.
Word with the soda.
Everything. Hey. Listen. Let me tell you something, bro. Everything that the light touches belongs to us. But that's side. Okay. Okay.
And
We going
and
to Pride Rock. You understand me?
here's another thing about it too, right? Because if I'm coming out the gate, just coming out my pocket, how is it that this is what I'm thinking about it. I need Shorty to understand that what I'm doing for her is for her. She earned this. This is a value that she provided me. There is a reason why I'm paying for this. If I'm just buying Shorty's lunch at every China fucking restaurant I go to, now, like, where's the value in that? If every time I go out, I'm buying something for a female, how is it that I'm differentiating between this female that I met today that don't mean nothing to me versus the female I meet tomorrow that I actually have interest in?
I
Do
can
you
speak
bring
to that.
flowers on the first date?
No. Flowers
Damn,
on the
bro.
first
Hey,
date?
bro.
Dang,
Hey,
what?
watch. I ain't gonna ask you no more questions, bro. This shit is incriminating.
No.
I got. Okay, Chef. Can I ask you, Chef? Chef, can I ask you?
Go ahead.
Can I ask you, Chef? Okay, back in your young wild man days, right? Like in young wild. Now you chilling now. You good? You got your thing. Congratulations on everything that you about to do. Now, back in your day, was you paying for them lunch specials? Holla at your boy.
Come on, son. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, here's the thing, bro. And this is important. Even in terms of my friends and my homies. Breaking bread, something like we talk about food, right? Breaking bread and having a good time is very important to me. Out of I had a lot of friends. I ended up going on tour at 16, going on tour, getting per diem checks, doing all of these things. I became a record executive in 19. So I always have more money than my regular friends, not necessarily all the hustlers, right? But at that age, I always was the one that had more money. So what ended up happening was I knew there was things that I liked to do. My 5-year-old knows the difference between a lobster, a shrimp, and a prawn. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I like to eat certain things, and if you rock with me, we're gonna eat. And if you got Wingstop money in your pocket, and I know that we rocking today, and you came to kick it with me today, and you rolling out with me today, and I want lobster, you eating lobster. You get what I'm saying? With these women, we talked about that $10, right? $10 drink at the club. $10
Mm-hmm.
drink. If somebody's making 50 grand a year, you know what that is? That's 0.02% of their salary. Somebody that's making 900 something grand a year, a million grand a year, 0.02 of their salary is going to be a proportionate $200, right? For those folks that drop that bread, remember, it's not the money. It's not the money. It's the time. It's the time. And a lot of times the folks that get in these girls' heads, the dudes that got the bread, but they don't have the time to play that game. and they know spending that bread is going to be the thing that's going to put them in a position where it's going to smooth the path. It's going to smooth the path for them. They don't got time for all of these extra dates. Okay, me, I spend $100 and something, over $100 when I eat by myself. If I'm going on a date and we going somewhere nice and I want to have a nice bottle of wine, I want to eat what I want to eat, and she got to order whatever the hell she want to order off the menu, I know that bill is going to be a few $100, easy. The thing is, am I going to say, nah, I'm not going to do that? I'm going to take her punk ass to Applebee's because I don't know her like that? Nah. And those guys that got the bread, it's not that hard because they don't have to do as much because their time is extremely valuable to them, you know? And we don't know exactly how much they spent on her degree, but whoever it was, that might have been a drop in the bucket for them, you know?
Mm.
The thing is, though, and that we tend to see now, the rich dudes that don't have time have access to those girls as well. And sometimes they may tend to get tainted, you know, or the
Watch
term spoiled.
those are flowers, by the way.
All right, I got a question for the sister on the panel. Sister Andrea, are you there? She there? Sister Andrea, you there?
See, quantum is the perfect date, you know.
Is Andrea still there? I don't know if she's still here.
Hey, look though.
Andrea?
I think she might have taken a break. But check this out, Watts. I'm gonna tell you because basically what you saying is what I said for a long time. Dudes is salting the game, and basically they're creating unrealistic expectations amongst regular women that you got to now come behind and live up to. But the reality is this. I don't know. Okay, so it's like this, right? A woman may entertain you long enough for you to get her number. But if you want to get her over to your place or take her out, what you have to solve her most pressing issues before she can give you any focused attention. Even if she went on a date with you, if her mind is thinking about her lights gonna get cut off, some issue with her kids, she ain't got, you know what I'm saying, the right babysitter, no date, whatever the case may be. You know how many babysitters brothers have to pay for just to make it a possibility?
I take the blame. I was one of those dudes. Listen, I was one of those dudes that would be like, yo, what's up? Can your sister watch the kids? Yeah. I'll break off for some bread, you know, and I make sure to be the broke sister, right? You know, I break off for some bread, you know. I did that back in the day. You get what I'm saying? I did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even when my son's mom, her best friend, she actually passed away a few days ago. Rest in peace, Alethea Mack, right? She was her best friend, her best homie, and I used to hit her. She didn't even want the money. I was like, nah, yo, I appreciate you. And boom, and we would go make moves because my son's mom, she was, you know, a widow of 3 children. So it worked. So, you know, I will admit that I was the dude that had no problem paying a babysitter. Right. Now, watch this. If you take on the responsibility of attempting to create some sort of love bond or intimate bond with a woman that has children and responsibilities, you get what I'm saying? Then you got to understand. If you decide you're going to date a lady with one leg, then understand your punk ass is going to be carrying her into the car. It is what it is. That's what you take on. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you take on when you take that situation on. It's not, oh, I'm not taking care of her responsibilities. No, it's not that.
It's not even because I want to hear what you got to say, Watts. But it's not even that a single mother or any specific type of scenario. If you're dating anyone, in particular, a man dating a woman, in order for her to see you, to hear you, for your words to be effective, she has to not be distracted. And in order for her not to be distracted, she has to be engaged. And in order for her to be engaged, you got to remove all the other shit she worried about. So if she hungry, you gotta feed her. If she's aggravated about something, you may have to get her a drink or some flowers to help her relax. That's why you set the mood. That's why you got the air conditioning how she like it, not how you like it. Because you're trying to create the environment to where, hey, for today, you have not a care in the world. And I saw to that. And there's much more of that to come in the future if you're dealing with somebody like me, is what you're selling. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't care if you spend all your money getting fly to impress her by how you look, you still spent the money. One of my partners had to break it down to me. And when I seen it, because that Chinese food scenario I gave to you in real life, we was having this argument. And he said, bro, wait a minute. Excuse me. We's in line. At the time, watch what I do. Went to the front of the line, paid for old girl's food, came back there. They was in front of us. So when they went up to pay, lady said, hey, them gentlemen back there, he already paid. So they stood there like confused, waited for us to come up, pay for our stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he went on an instant date. Instant. I mean, these were some baddies who probably wouldn't have gave us no attention because they hadn't looked at us yet. But he spent like $753. And now he's engaged in a conversation with somebody who he may not have had an opportunity with just because she wouldn't open her door. That don't mean she's shallow. That just means that she's scrupulous.
She's acknowledging the effort that he put in. I got you.
Because
Right.
remember this. Yep. Think about it like this. They talk about high value men and all of that. You realize that all men that are wealthy are not actually providers. Watch this. All men that are high earners are not actually providers. Many of them are misers. Many of them are misers, you know, and
I know that.
I know I'm not all about tricking, right? But I will say this. It's a good question. How can a woman know what kind of provider you are? That's a good question. How can a woman know what kind of provider you are? It doesn't mean you're a provider just by virtue of what you have in the bank. How can a woman know what kind of provider you are?
I got it.
Anybody?
Let me say this. Let me say this. Two things I want to say. First, shout out to Maya Angelou, about to be featured on the U.S. Quarter coming out very soon.
Yeah, I seen that. Shout out definitely to her.
But second, I understand everything that y'all are saying. I hear you.
Wait,
And
what was the
everything-
question? I'm typing it up. You hit me with the Maya Angelou and I lost it.
How
Maya
can a
Angelou-
woman know what kind of provider you are?
Thank you.
I understand everything that y'all are saying. And everything that y'all are saying has to do with what I can do for her. I need to find out what she can do for me as well. Because
you bring to the
You're
table.
talking about provider, though.
I understand.
You're looking for a woman to be a provider?
No, that's not okay. If she's looking for me to be a provider, what reason do I have to provide for her? Just because I saw, because she was standing in a Chinese place and she was cute, so now I gotta come out my no. I don't no, that's not an exchange to me. I need to find out what's up with you before I start investing anything other than time into you.
So it has to be an exchange then.
Yeah, that's what we here for. We here to exchange. I'm here to exchange. I'm here to exchange the fact that I provide and protect for you to exchange the fact that you're going to give me certain things as well.
At the beginning?
What? You can't get the job unless you get the interview, brother.
And I understand. Okay, look, this is what I'm saying. If I walk out here and I just keep dropping $7 here and $7 there and $7 here and $7 there every time I run across a chick that I'm interested in talking to, I'm gonna end up being broke trying to entertain these bitches that's probably not even interested in me.
Then you
Not if
find
you
the ones
smoke.
who are interested. What do you find one you interested in? Do you feel like you don't want to place value into her? I'm just
That's what I'm
asking
saying, and that's what I'm saying. When I find one that I am interested in,
questions.
here's a great example.
Okay.
There's a young lady that I have in my phone right now who I talk to on a regular basis. She's
Okay.
actually she is putting herself in a position. She makes effort to stand out compared to the other females that are in my phone,
Okay.
right? So when she does that, it puts me in a position to where I want to do more for me to stand out against the other men that are in her phone because we're exchanging here. See what I'm saying? There are things that she does that I like, which makes me want to pay for dinner. I'm not gonna just pay for dinner just because you a cute female. That's not enough for me.
Really?
It's not enough.
You say, "Show me yours first."
She has to earn the meal, the dinner.
May I ask the sister a question? No, go ahead.
Yeah.
You had the question first. Okay, sister. All right. So if there's a gentleman that you see, right? One, right? Would you allow him to pay for your lunch special, or if you see him at the Chinese buffet, you know, are you approaching him? Cologne is right. He got the suit on. Will you approach him, or will you gonna wait for him to approach you?
It depends on what age I was. I'm at 22. I probably want him to approach me, but at 47, I probably want to approach my damn self. It's a difference. I mean, different levels. There's levels to this.
Are you allowing him to pay for the buffet?
Yes, I'm allowing him to pay, but I can pay if I want to too.
All right, all right, all right.
But it's different. It's like, okay, so like it's like this. What I want at 22 and what I want at 47 is two different things. What I thought a man's supposed to protect and provide and all that stuff at 22 when I got married is different now that I'm 47 than divorce.
Makes sense. I understand. I understand. Chef, you
So
was
I'm
asking.
saying
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
what I'm saying is I still believe in the and almost an old school method. A man is supposed to, when a man asks you out on a date, he pays for it. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. And some of these new generations don't feel that way, but I'm still chivalrous. Is little, come on now. If I'm going out, if I meet somebody and he was like, "Hey, can I take you out?" I expect him to pay.
I'm gonna say
But, that- but
this.
but trust and believe, I got my own money in my own wallet. But I still expect a man supposed to pay. I guess.
What are you looking at it as in the case that you're the object of desire, aka you're on your purpose, you're this high value person, not necessarily financially, but just based on what you're striving for, so that woman would somehow show herself and prove herself to you first.
I'm talking about me today, right now. If I ran into a chick
Yeah, that's what I'm
today,
talking about.
yeah, I'm thinking based on. I mean, even both of them.
How you gonna
Honestly,
pull her?
even both.
How you gonna pull her? You gonna talk up on her? How you gonna do it? How you gonna get her attention?
It's a situational thing, right? So my approach is always a situational thing. It's a matter of where we're at, what kind, it's a situational thing. I need to know how to approach this woman and what kind of in I have, what kind of icebreaker can I use.
Hey,
I
what's up,
need to
girl? What's up,
Grocery
girl?
store. Grocery store.
My name 100 Watts, and I love chicks that love me. So you love me.
Woo!
I like that.
Okay.
Hey, I'm telling. Hey, I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie to you. That'll work. Hey,
First
look,
and
see,
foremost,
grocery
and
store
you're
and
welcome.
again, okay,
grocery
so here
store
here here we go. Grocery store,
on
right?
the aisle.
There's
Mm-hmm.
four. I can think of 4 or 5 different ways that you can do this, right? First one,
Mm-hmm.
you can walk down the aisle, accidentally bump into her, drop some shit, and start a conversation that way, right? You can walk past her. Oh man, what's that scent? Yo, excuse me, you smell so good. Would you mind if I ask you what scent it is that you're wearing? You can give her a compliment. You can simply just walk up and ask her name and say, "Hey, I was walking past you. I just wanted to stop and introduce myself. I want to know if I can get your name, your number. Woo. We can chop. There's like 4 or 5 different ways that you can do it. But but one thing I'm not about to do is be standing in the line at the grocery store and run up to the register talking about, hey, let me pay for her $60 worth of groceries real quick. Hey, by the way, my name is Watts. What's your name? Nah, hell no.
You want to go home with her?
Huh?
And eat that spaghetti that she got? Man, levels to this shit's Watts. One of these days, offline.
I did. I'm gonna be real with him before you go, Andrea. I did that before, 100 watts. I did that before.
And look, and
she got the wrong cut of meat. She had some choice, and she had some bullshit 2-pack of choice T-bones, and I went to the back and I got a 2 porterhouse. I went to the back. I said, "You gonna want to do this," and it was prime porterhouse as opposed to choice, right? I cooked them porterhouse.
And see, and that's another play too. You walk up to a shorty and look at her cart and be like, "Oh, what is it that you cooking for? Can you tell me how it is that you plan on preparing this? Something like there's plenty of different ways to do it.
But why does it have to? But why does it right now?
I paid for the porterhouse. You know, a porterhouse.
I got you. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a whole being with y'all. I've done this before. I have done it before. But this is what I learned from that. It's very possible that you can buy her them 2 porterhouses and everything be cool and y'all talking and everything's cool and y'all exchange numbers and find out that she gave you a 4 instead of a 6. So now you can't never get in contact with her.
He don't understand, sir.
Watch this. No. Watch this. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this. And here's the best way to say it because you're looking for a quid pro quo. Watch this. If I go every week and I go down to the First Street Baptist Church and I put $100 or $50 into the drop box for the collection as my tithes, right? And I do it every single week. And then it turns out that Pastor Johnson been using that money to pay for prostitutes, right? It ain't gonna matter to me. You know why? God got my receipt. God gonna fix Pastor Johnson for stealing from him. But God got me. He got a record of what my my tithes or what I put in. So when I say that, when we spend, it's not always a quid pro quo, fam. I don't count like meals. You get what I'm saying? It's an experience. And the thing is, sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes it's almost buying yourself a seat at the table, maybe.
I am thinking about this with the mindset of maintaining expectations. I need to have a certain expectation maintained here. Because if we're talking about my current situation right now, today, I'm not in a position to be able to pay 100% of the bills. So I don't need shorty to be in a mindset to think that money is what's about to be when you're and this is my mindset. When you're leading with money, the expectation is money. That's how I'm looking at this. When you lead with money, when you meet somebody, the expectation is money. And I don't even want a hint of that idea. I need to find out who you are before I invest any money into you. Because there are plenty of females who would be more than willing to kick it with me without me having to spend money on them.
Okay, so I'm trying to be polite, and I love you, Watts. I love you. Okay, so you like a brother to me, but are you a little cheap?
Not at all.
I'm just asking.
Not at all.
I'm like,
I'm not at all. And I'm being honest with you. When I do have somebody that I do want to spend time with, when I have someone that's in my life that I'm interested in, that I want to build with, I will do. Look, I'll get the hotel for the weekend. We'll get the rose petals, the candles, the bubble bath, the champagne, the flower. I'll go all the way out. I'll give you some money to get you a nice outfit so we can go out to dinner. I'll do all of that. But first, you need to show me that I need that you deserve for me to do this first. I need you to show me that there is a reason for me to do this rather than me just hopping out the gym and buying you some shit.
Not even a birthday gift?
A birthday gift, that's easy money. It's easy money. If she's someone that I care about, I will get her a birthday gift. That's not a problem.
So if she is somebody you just kicking it with, you can't get a birthday gift. I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, because we're kicking it. This ain't some shorty that I just met. We're kicking it. I know her. We've had long conversations on the phone. We've met up with each other. We've had dates. We've done these different kinds of things. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you, so
She's
you don't
probably
if you meet some woman, okay, you meet some woman on vacation. Hey, I met her on vacation, but I want to kick it with her. I'm gonna take. Will you take her out for breakfast? Just asking the question.
ooh.
Got it.
No. I wanted to answer that question the right way. My experience on vacations when it comes to meeting women hasn't required much money, if I can say that. It's look, man, it's not hard. I want to say this without having a big head. It's not hard for me. It's not that difficult. It's not.
So you need to know somebody. You have to invest in. You don't want to invest in nobody if they're just not they're not important. Is that what you're saying?
Because I'm not about to be that dude that you throw in the friend zone that you call every Friday when you want to have a free dinner. That's not about to. No.
100 watts. Just say I'm 100 watts, baby.
Come on,
got
man.
it.
Like, it's. I'm saying, like, I don't want to sound I don't want to sound like I'm being arrogant or anything like that. But come on, man, like it's not that hard.
Do you give to the homeless?
Do I give to the homeless?
Don't laugh. Why you laughing?
Yo, Vic, Vic is crazy.
See, here's my thing about that. Here's my thing about giving to the homeless.
Why y'all do Watts like this? Come on, Watts.
No, but here's my thing about giving to the homeless, because I've been in a position to where I had to be in a homeless shelter, and I've seen how these motherfuckers operate. You see what I'm saying?
You say you know the ends on it.
So I don't. Yo, it was one night. All right, so I was living in Texas at the time. At the time, I was working at the Cowboy Stadium, and I was trying to save up some money to get an apartment. I had just moved out to Texas. I was supposed to be staying with my uncle. He ended up putting me out. I had to figure it out on myself. Figure it out on my own. Right. Ended up in a homeless shelter. And I remember one night in particular. I got off work. And I get to the homeless shelter. I take my shower, and I'm sitting on my bunk. And I'm on the phone with my daughter at the time. I was on the phone with my daughter, and I remember this dude came in there, and he was standing at his bunk, and Playboy pulled out $300 out his pocket. He pulled $300 out his pocket from standing on the corner asking for money all day, bro. I took my ass to work and worked a whole 10-hour shift, and he pulled $300 out his pocket from standing on the corner all day. Come on, come on, man. I don't.
So that's a no.
Feel like women are gold.
Is that a no?
Not anymore.
You give to the homeless?
Not anymore.
Do you feel like women are gold diggers? Is that what you think? Women, I mean, I'm just asking the question because I okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little confused about you because you don't want to pay for nothing. This is a little weird.
No, see, this is the misconception that y'all. I think this is where we're disconnecting.
Okay.
I don't mind paying my way when it comes to a woman. All I'm saying is, if I'm going to pay my way, show me that I should. There are plenty of women that I have met, that I have had conversations with, that I've come across all these different kinds of things. There's all kinds of women that I've met, and some of them don't even deserve for me to buy them anything off the dollar menu. They don't deserve it.
Damn. Off a dollar menu? They can't get off a dollar menu?
She don't deserve it. Because if Shorty that's in that video that we were just sitting here watching, that Shorty that's in that video, I'm not buying her nothing. I'm not buying her a fucking thing. She not getting nothing.
Mess with you though,
and that's perfectly fine.
And I ain't buying her nothing either. Don't buy her nothing.
That's what I'm saying. If she not gonna rock with me, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I need to know if you fucking with me. Again, I'm not trying to leave with money. I need to know if you rocking with me because you trying to figure out who I am as a person, or if you think because you think that I got a whole bunch of money. Another great example.
Can it be both? Can it be both? Can I rock with you knowing that you got money and rock with you that I want to get to know you?
It can be both. Yes, two things can be true at the same time. Yes. Two things can be true at the same time. You are very correct in saying that. And I do think that how much you make does play a factor in terms of how attracted a woman is to you and how long she might stick around, right? So that is a factor. Again, I need to know what your intentions are. Like, I need to know.
But be honest, but let's be honest and tell the truth. When you meet somebody, you're meeting that representative. You ain't meeting them.
True.
I'm just being honest and tell the truth. So when you meet somebody, you're meeting their representative. They scoping you out. Okay. So when you only start talking, you only start being real with the person maybe about a couple weeks after a date or two. After he done bought you something, after he done bought some meals, you're not gonna meet. I'm not gonna let you meet the Andrea Lynch that you think you know. I'm gonna let you meet my representative because I gotta make sure you're right.
And that's fine. That's cool.
So how long if you're not gonna plan to spend no money? I want to
know. If I'm to be honest,
yes,
most cases, no. If I'm gonna be honest, most cases, I talk to a female at least. I talk to her at least 3 days before we even go out on a date.
Okay, so you don't think we have to? You like a quote unquote date? We can have coffee. We can have some ice cream. We can go. I go exercise. So meet me at the park. We can go have some coffee when we get done. Exactly. It ain't gotta be a quote unquote date like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I got you, and I agree with that. But there has to be some kind of time to where I talk to you on the phone. I need to know there are certain things I need to know about you before I'm making any type of financial investment. Like, it's just there are things I need to know before I'm taking that next step.
That's what it is, because you call it an investment. That's probably what I'm thinking. It's throwing it off.
Did somebody get you? Did somebody get you? I just want to know. Did somebody get you?
What you mean when you say that? Did somebody
get you? Did somebody get you? Like you invested in them and then they were nothing.
I mean,
have you been hurt before?
Yes, I have. Yes,
it's just because you use the term investment in terms of investing the money in them.
Yes.
If I happen to be going somewhere and my homie just rolled up, and then we go in, and I'm rolling over to Wing, and I'm heading over to Wingstop or some shit, and then say he pulled up at my house, and I'm at Wingstop. I'm like, yo, hold on a second, I'm at Wingstop. Yo, you want some wings, man? I'm gonna do that. I'm not investing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not investing it. Let's say you sold Primerica. You happen to sell Primerica, and you had knocked on my door the week before, and you scheduled the meeting to meet with me, today. And you happen to call me, hey, Mr. Ford, hi, it's 100 Watts. I was here, for a meeting. I was like, oh man, yeah, I apologize. I'm running just a couple of minutes late. I grabbed some lunch from Wingstop. Listen, hey, you hungry? You want some wings? You eat chicken wings? I don't look at spending money per se as an investment in people. If I'm spending money, especially if it's something like breaking bread, is something. My family, if you were one of my college buddies, my high school buddies, and you came out to eat with us, you would not be allowed, and you were a student, my family would not allow you to go in your pocket. They're not investing in you. You get what I'm saying? They're breaking bread. So when you were saying about before you decide to invest, it almost seems like a purchase or a quid pro quo type of concept when you say investing, because that means that in order for you to put a penny down, then you're requiring some sort of specified outcome. You feel me?
That is exactly where I'm at.
Got it.
because
less.
at the because at this point in my life, it's not about chasing tail no more. At this point in my life, it's about making sure I'm making the right decisions to choose the right partner.
But it sounds like you're. It's not that it's about not make. It's not a. It's not. Doesn't seem like it's about making the right decisions. It seems more that your energy is based in not making the same mistake, and there's different. That means you're moving. It's moving. It's a movement based in fear of potential loss. You feel what I'm saying? Because guess what? The 100 watts that was not hurt before would not be saying all of this, right? Right?
Okay.
Right. So the 100 watts who was
What if
not
you knew it
hurt,
was 100% chance it'll work?
right? Right. The 100 watts before was not thinking like this, which means that your movement is not based in the positive that could happen. The movement is based in
The fear.
not getting suckered again or not taking another L.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I see the validity in that. 100%. I see the validity in what it is that you're saying. I'm not gonna knock what you're saying. Um, there's definitely an element of making sure that the same mistakes don't get repeated again. I will not deny that. There are certain mistakes that will not, shall not, is not, cannot happen again. I have come like it's at this point. Look, man, I got 3 kids. I have 3 kids with 2 separate women. Like it's at I have to be intentional with all of the decisions that I make. Anytime I pull my wallet out of my pocket and I swipe that card, I have to know what I'm doing with this because there are 3 other mouths that I'm thinking about when I do stuff like this.
Okay.
And
So
because of that, on top of that as well, because Andrea, you asked me the question, am I cheap? I'm not cheap by any means. You know what I'm saying? When I know that there is somebody that I'm willing to put this time, this effort, and this money into, I'm willing to go all out. I'm willing to do everything it is that I can possibly do to make sure that we're building something good here. And because I know what kind of person I am, I need to find out who you are before I take this step into opening myself and opening my wallet to you.
okay, I understand that. So like we all took a L on this. Come on, let's be honest on this panel.
For sure.
We all took
For
a L.
sure.
Okay. Okay. So my thing is, are you afraid to take another L because you in like quote unquote what your word is investment in somebody and and then it turned out to be the what you thought it was gonna be and you have spent your money.
Say that
Because
one more time for me.
okay, so
I'm trying to process the right
what I'm
way.
saying, what I'm my thought process is, we all took an L on this panel. Okay, it's just it happens. So my thing is you so rigid that you're holding on, so you won't. And your thought process is, I won't take another L again, and I'm holding on. Because my thing is this: if I'm your girlfriend, okay, I put it.
I,
If I'm your girlfriend and you don't want to spend a dime on me, you don't want we can't go out to eat. We can't do we can't stuff
no,
because you
Andrea,
That's
that's not what he's
no,
saying.
no,
That's not what
Andre.
that's not what he's saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
okay.
If you're my girlfriend, if
Mhm,
you are my girlfriend, if you're my shorty, if you the one that I'm with,
mhm.
we can do all of that. We can do all of that. But when it comes to me meeting a woman in public, me meeting her for the first time, we've only known each other for less than a week. When it comes to that early stage, I
Mhm.
have to be selective. That's what I'm talking about. I have to be selective in the initial phase in order for me to get to the next step.
Well, how you gonna get to the next step if you don't want to? You don't even want to go have you can't even go break bread with her. You can't even go pick a buy a meal because you ain't trying
Andre,
to talk to her. You ain't trying to spend no money.
no, Andre, that's not what I'm saying. That's
Uh-huh.
not what I'm saying. I am willing to take her to dinner. I am willing to spend the money. I am willing to do that. But what I'm saying is, I need to know, why should I? Just because you're a female, just because you're cute, just because I met you in Food Line, because I saw you in Walmart, I automatically have to. No, I need to find out why you specifically, this one woman that I'm looking at right now, tell me why you specifically should be the reason I open my wallet up.
What?
But damn.
What?
Well,
What?
I'm just
Watch. Hold on.
Andrea.
Hold on, Andrea. Hold on, Andrea. Hold on, Andrea. Watch. There's something they call a prerequisite, right? That means this has to happen before this happens. So the woman that we're this hypothetical woman is someone who's already met your qualifications, because that's why you're even eyeing her to start with. So she's definitely met your physical qualifications for sure.
Okay.
Now, is she now I'm gonna assume that because you have a higher standard, you're not just going for the girl with her tits out and the tight dress. So I'm gonna say that there was something else about her that you noticed that also attracted you, that wasn't just her physical. Maybe how she carried herself, how she handled the cashier. You were very big on customer service, and she was polite. Maybe she held the door for you. But the idea, now tell me if I'm wrong. What you're saying is that you don't have any resources to waste at this stage in your life. So you're not going to just waste it on people you don't know, and you'd rather invest that to where you know there's going to be some return.
And to go back to a question you asked me earlier, am I thinking about it where I am now or where I plan to be? In either situation, it's the
Right.
same thing. Because if I spent the time, let's say tomorrow I wake up and I got $1 million in my bank account, right? I spent all of this time, I spent all of this effort, I put all of this energy into me building to get that money into my account. Now, because I plan on sharing my resources with you, I need to know why you deserve to receive these resources. The same reason, the same way she needs to find out why I deserve to get her time.
You know, a lot of brothers try to take their time out. Older brothers, middle-aged brothers, and they tried to justify to me for a long time why they pay for the box. And I mean, I've heard so many varieties of explanations, and a lot of them have had some ground. Like, yo, that makes a lot of sense. I don't want to do it, but I get it. So in this scenario, you know what I'm saying? I was in your seat some years ago, probably that many. You know what I mean? And I'm not a proponent of paying for boxes, but yes, I get why some brothers do that. But what someone brought to light to me is that you're paying for it either way. You're paying for it either way. So the only question is, are you in a mode where you want to be a suitor? It doesn't make any sense for you to spend money on clothes, food, drinks, or anything, especially if it's not something that's going to directly benefit you, if you're not in a phase where you're a suitor or you're courting women, or you're in the interview mode or looking to mate. If you're in grind mode, then stay in grind mode. And if something fall in your lap, then cool. No, you shouldn't have had to pay for it. But at some level where you attain, where you reach success, and somehow you still find yourself alone, yeah, bro, you want somebody to spend that with. And yeah, I mean, you got, if you want, listen, bro, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy no tickets, bro. That's it can't make it no simpler than that. You can use as many fancy words as you want, but if you think that you're gonna fill out the back of somebody else's lotto ticket and send that in for that extra chance and you're gonna be the winner, that's a much steeper set of odds. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta spend that thing just to, hey, you know what I mean? Because some of those high quality women that would fit your criteria, they've received some of that other sets of training to say that only this type of man deserves you. Their daddy is impressed upon them to, when they see somebody with their hoodie pulled tight, yeah, keep walking. Don't even look him in the eye. Not because you don't have no value, but just because you don't even, you know what I'm saying, get a chance to show that you do. So sometimes you have to dress a certain way. Sometimes you have to buy a drink. Sometimes you have to buy a man a drink to get an opportunity to have a conversation with somebody who will give you $100,000 a year job. Sometimes you have to use your resources or your means to make things possible. So I don't even look at it as oh, I'm tricking off, or I'm just giving, being a philanthropist to these random. Worst case scenario, I just showed a young lady a nice time,
And here's
and
where
that's a win.
I can understand what you're saying. In particular, when I was in the car business, when I was selling cars, I understand that in that game, sometimes when a customer comes in, I have to take them over to the cafe area and buy them a cup of coffee before we go sit down at my desk, right? Sometimes I have to do that because there is a specific goal that is being that I'm trying to accomplish here. I'm trying to accomplish this goal by closing this car deal. So because I'm trying to close this car deal, I need to drop a certain wall. So I'm going to buy this person this cup of coffee, maybe get them a muffin, take them back to my desk. We're going to sit down for the next 3.5, 4 hours. And we're going to talk about this car deal. And hopefully by the end of it, you end up signing. So like you said, sometimes
Bro,
when you
coffee and a muffin?
I'm saying sometimes it happens that way. I've seen some dudes buy a whole pizza for their customers. You see what I'm saying?
So peep this though. Peep this though. Use your scenario. Your end goal in that scenario is to sell this car for some benefit to yourself. So you're making your customer as comfortable as possible to facilitate the best odds of you closing this deal, correct?
Correct.
So
to gain their trust.
To gain their trust, or just to make them comfortable. Now, that has a monetary specific amount of gain. Now, imagine a woman who is actually going to be the mother of your children or the stepmother of your children, who will fill in a role in your life and bring you peace and support to your ventures and all of your goals that you're trying to attain. Plus, perhaps even bring in her own set of income to aid you in your vision. But the cost is a cup of coffee and a muffin to close the deal. You got to get in there. She don't even want to talk to you right now. Why should she talk to you? She's qualified. She's not a bop. What reason does she have to entertain your conversation?
Which is a logical question. Again, I all I'm saying is here's the thing. If I first meet her and she's not interested in me, unless I spend money, I know everything I need to know and I can move on with a smile on my face. I'm perfectly happy with that. That is perfectly fine with me because this is deeper than money. I'm looking for more than what it's more than that. There are more qualities that I need in this woman than what I can provide for her. There's certain things I need to find out first before I'm providing anything other than conversation. I need to it's just, to me, I'm not, because honestly, let's keep it a beam, bro. Like when I was in Texas, especially when I was in Texas, look, every time I walked out the house, because I'm talking about on a regular basis, hair freshly retwisted, 3-piece suit, nice clean Calvin Klein driver shoes on, you feel me? Clean cologne on, freshly shaven. I know what I know what I look like. I know what I'm presenting myself as. I know it. I know it 100%. So when I'm standing in front of a woman and she's looking at me, she's already looking at me like, oh, this nigga about to spend some money. So something that Loverboy Linsky had put up, what he said, some women, hold on, let me see. A lot of women go out with you on a date knowing that they're not even attracted to you or interested in you. Come on, dog. That happens way too much. You see me walk up to you in a suit and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get a nice steak out of this dude. No, that's not happening. We're not doing that.
So you're not.
I got a question. Okay, go ahead.
So
quick question for you, real quick. I'll spit this out. Do you think based on what you just said, because you were saying before how you if you leave with your money, then I don't know if that was you, that might have been Shay.
No, that was
But
me.
you say if you leave with money, then that you creating a like expectation of that.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that you should dress according to the a kind of money that you prepared to spend? Because is that not misleading for you to put on a three-piece suit, Calvin Klein, smell good, look like money, smell like money, walk like money, get out a car that look like money, and then
I
say
was I was dressed
I
like
ain't
that for
spending
work.
nothing?
I was dressed like that for work. It won't for none of them females. It was for work. It was for my job. It was for my profession. That's why I dressed like that. It won't for none of them
Let's
women.
just say this how you dress. Take the
Mhm.
job out of that's just how you move. Do you
Okay.
think that's misleading? That should should you should you not dress like that the same way a woman who isn't promiscuous shouldn't dress scantily clad? Do you agree with that?
Um,
Because the
I
presumption is that the woman who's dressed sleazy is gonna be a loose woman. So the presumption now
okay.
lays on your hands.
Here's what I'll say. I understand the question you're asking. Here's what I'll say to that. If you look at me and you feel like I'm walking in with money, show me why I need to
Mm-hmm.
spend it on you. Why should I spend it on you?
Ah, all right.
Okay. Oof. Jesus.
Andrea, get some.
Mm. I just don't. Maybe I'm a little old fashioned. I think if I'm going on a date with a guy, he's gonna pay for it.
And
And
we are
and I just like if you want me, and now it's I got my own money at the end of the day. I don't have a problem paying for a drink, a meal. I don't have a problem with that. Never had. So, but the thing is, if a man, and my daddy taught me this, if a man wants to take you out, and he meets you, he is gonna pay. And I just don't understand if you want to. I don't want to waste your time and waste my time. So I don't go on dates with somebody who I don't really ain't attracted to, not interested. Because I don't want you, Percy, at the end of the day, I don't want you to think I'm a gold digger, because I'm not. I got my own. But obviously I want to spend some time with you. I'm gonna get to know you, what kind of person you are. But I don't hang out with Pookie and Ray Ray either. Sorry.
okay.
There's levels to this.
Let me ask you this question, Andrea. Let me ask you this
Yes.
question. Let's say you're at the grocery store as well,
Yes.
and there's a man that walks up to you
Mm-hmm.
and has on everything I said. His hair's cut, smells good, dressed nice, walks with confidence, speaks with confidence, charisma, all of that. He got all of these amazing kinds of things.
Yes.
And he walks up to you, y'all have a nice conversation, and he asks for your phone number. You give him your phone number, right?
Yes.
On that in that experience, in that exchange right there, I'm talking about that one experience right there.
Yes.
Are you expecting him to spend any money on you in that scenario?
If he asked me out on a date, he's
Okay, no. Wait, because you're going a little forward. I need
okay.
to know in that y'all are standing in the middle of Walmart right now, and you're looking at this man, and you says he's handsome, he's dressed nice, he speaks well, and he smells good. In that scenario right there, are you expecting him to spend money on you that day right there in that scenario?
No.
Okay, right. So after y'all exchange phone numbers and y'all talk on the phone or
Mm-hmm.
text each other for a couple of days, 2,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
and then he reaches out to you and says, "Now I want to go on a date with you."
Mm-hmm.
That's acceptable, yes?
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If I meet a chick in Walmart, I'm not spending money on her. If I meet her in the Chinese restaurant, I'm not spending money on her. If I meet her in the middle of nowhere, I'm not spending money on her. But when I get her phone number and we talk on the phone and I find out that she actually is a decent person, she can
Mhm.
hold a nice conversation, and I would actually be interested in sitting across the table with her to share a meal,
Mhm.
then I'll spend the money.
Okay.
That's
I got
all
you.
I'm saying. That's
I
all
got
I'm saying.
I got you. I got you. Okay, I
I
get
need
you.
you I need you to show
Yeah,
me why I need to go on this date with you before I just go on a date.
yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't saying he's not going. He won't pay for a date. He's saying that in terms of the introductory phase, that he's
Okay.
not breaking bread. in terms of that introductory phase. You know,
Okay,
and I understand because one of the initial things was about, you know, seeing that beautiful girl, and you have that moment where we talk about that moment where it was like, yo, because a lot of marriages ended up happening from somebody buying a drink, you know. Yeah, I was out with the girls, and you know, he saw me, he bought a drink. You know, beautiful story. One of the ladies I used to employ, she talked about the story of how she met her husband. You know, he literally went and he paid for all of their drinks. He told the dude, I'm covering their drink tab. Literally. He said, whatever they drink, I'm covering their drink tab. And that's how he met her. Excuse me. She didn't pay attention to him that much, but you know, they did a number exchange, and then they spoke again, and eventually, at this point, she's married to the man. You know, sometimes those moments take place. Sometimes it's gambles. Scratch off ticket.
Life is a risk.
Scratch off ticket. You got to be in New York. For the New York lottery, there's a term. They say it takes $1 in a dream. The other one is you got to be in it to win it. Or here's the other one. You don't. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Facts.
Hey, Chef, remember? Okay, they had another one. Remember, it was New York State Lottery. Hey, you never know.
Hey, you never know. Literally.
That's real shit.
That's what it was saying.
Literally. Hey, you never know. And the thing is, sometimes some of us are hopeless/hopeful romantics, you know, and we think about it. It's like, damn, I want to do something. It's not always an investment. It's like, yo, she's the baddest chick in the spot. This dude is looking. Hey, mom. Hey, what up, boo? Hey, this, that, and the other. And they just watch them work through. How do I solidify or signify myself as dope 100 watts amongst the rest of them? Sometimes it's as simple as that. Sometimes it's doing something different than what the other people are doing. And it all doesn't come from, you know, a few days of conversation. We're talking about those moments, those make it or break it moments where it's like, yo, I don't know how long she's going to be in here. I don't know how long I'm going to be in here. Damn, I'd love to have a conversation with her. You get what I'm saying? So me going and telling the person to send them, you know, send her table of 5 girls around, send them a round of whatever they're drinking, right? Send them a round of whatever they're drinking. And I can afford a round of whatever they're drinking. It's a gesture. I don't look at it as an investment. I look at it more as a gesture. And every gesture, you know, gestures many times go unrequited. That means there is no specified quid pro quo. You know how it is. Think about how many times you got those, when Christmas time, you get a bunch of Christmas cards. Do you send back Christmas cards to every single person that sent you a Christmas card? They invested in stamp and ink and saliva to close the envelope. You get what I'm saying? Do you think they were wanting a Christmas card back? Nah. It was the gesture. And sometimes, but now here's the thing. This is very important. And this is something you said, and then Vic touched on it too. I feel as though more so that the way that you feel and the way you're looking at it is in more of a protective stance based on previous, you know, things that happened, but also based on your current financial situation, whereby you can't play. You can't play with that bread. So if you're gonna spend that bread, then you gotta know something's coming back, as opposed to just, going out and blowing some money, some money and having a good time.
Nah, he
Does
switched
that-
over. He said even if he made $1 million, he said he'll feel like he put his sweat equity in that and he don't need to just give it away. So his stance on that is firm. It's not conditional.
Got it. Okay. All right. Woo. Ooh,
I support you for standing on your square, bro.
You stood
Let's just
on
say
it.
that.
I mean, I was like, yo, I was like, say less. 'Cause there was one point we hit you with the question, and then I thought you was gonna be this guy.
As the adage says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You
They fucking up the show. They messing up the show. But yeah, man.
No.
No.
That's funny.
So, let's talk about something that's similar to this topic too.
Oh, show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman. Show me.
So this is a prime example of the feminist movement backfiring because there's no difference between man and woman.
All right. Well, StreamYard is acting real funny, giving some technical difficulties. Don't worry about that. But take it over for a second. I'm gonna reboot the StreamYard. Go ahead, Vic.
I got you. So what y'all say?
I think we get the idea behind that, right? So, I don't know, man. It's just
okay. Let me set the scene. Let me set the scene because everybody didn't understand what happened. This lady, middle-aged white woman, is on a train, and no one is trying to give up their seat for the woman. There's a lot of men that are present that are sitting down who have no intentions of moving. So she is disturbed by the president. She's saying, "Show me who's going to show me that there's a gentleman amongst you." All right, Wes got it.
All right, cool. So I'm about to.
You can play it again?
Yeah.
Oh, show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman. Show me.
So this is a prime example of the feminist movement backfiring because there's no difference between man and woman anymore. If this was 1990, then yeah, somebody would have gotten up. 2005, heck yeah, somebody would have gotten up. But in 2021, absolutely not. We've been indoctrinated to believe that men and women are the same. So why would a man get up and let his seat be given to a woman? She's not weaker. So why would he give it to you? A man's not stronger. So why would he get up and stand?
Oh, show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman. Show me.
So this is a prime example of the feminist movement backfiring because there's
so much for that one. But basically, what he was saying was, we've been so indoctrinated into, chivalry, and then also we've been inundated with so much aspects of feminism, right? The main thing that he wants to know is this. Okay, so if you're equal and you're just as strong as me and you're as equal as me, then why should I succumb to the rules of chivalry? You're equal to me, so I would be demeaning you by giving you up my chair because I'd be calling you lesser than me. So what are you pissed off about? That's pretty much the essence of where he was coming from with it.
So when I look at that, I think about when I was probably like 21, 22 at the time, somewhere in that time frame. I used to ride the bus to go back and forth because I was going to community college at the time. And I used to ride the bus back and forth. And whenever I would get on the bus and I did see, the bus was full, a woman hopped on, generally just in my instinct, I would get up and just let her have a seat. Right. But there has definitely been times where, I'm looking at my phone or I'm scrolling through my playlist or something. So I didn't notice when she got on the bus. Right. So she's standing up. Now, if I'm sitting on a bus and shorty acting like that, oh yeah, I'm not moving nowhere. I'm staying right where I'm at. because you're projecting a level of privilege. You're projecting a level of privilege and expectation here that I want to prove a point against now. Um, but in that situation, I've had plenty of times where I wasn't paying attention, and a lady tapped me. She was like, "Hey, do you mind if I sit here?" My even something as simple as, "Hey, do you mind if I sit here?" I would have no problem getting up and letting her sit down. But when you acting like that, especially on public transportation, eat that.
So let's clarify though. Let's clarify. The thing is, the question is if you would give up your seat. Remember, she acted like that after she recognized no one would give her a seat. So that was the after. What you saw was the after effect. She didn't walk in and say, "Give me a seat." So her reaction was after no men stood up to give her a seat, right? So now my question is, would you, let's say she, it was full and you were one of the men on the bus, would you have gotten up to give her a seat?
My instinct would be to, yes.
That's fair. That's fair. Mine too. I mean, I'll be honest with you, mine too. How about you, Mr. Best in the World?
No, I ain't getting up.
Say it again.
I'm not getting up for what? You're not my wife. You're not, moms. You're not auntie. You're not older cousin. You're not pregnant. I'm not getting up for what? No.
You ain't my.
So what if she
my
was
wife, my sister, or pregnant? Get out my face.
Plus, when I'm on public, when I was riding public transportation like that, I had my system on. My headphones was on, so I couldn't really hear nothing. I was in a whole nother world. I was jamming. So if she would have been screaming, I would think she's going off with somebody, and I just would have just kept jamming out.
So okay. So
question.
No.
So what if it was like a elderly person?
Nah, it was elderly. Nah, elderly and pregnant. I got you. Whether you're a man, I got you. I get it for elderly person. Yeah, respectable. I get it for elderly person. Yeah. Elderly woman or pregnant woman. Yeah.
I feel you on that. Mr. Best.
If you're not elderly or pregnant, she's standing. You're not elderly or pregnant, you standing. What am I getting up for? For what? What reason?
Look, where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing no whole bunch of vulgar cussing around no women, and you definitely gonna hold the door, and you gonna let her sit down, and it wouldn't matter which age she was. You know what I'm saying? Unless she 2, and she in your arm. So other than that, that southern living. I don't know about nothing else.
Let me see if we got somebody else that begs to differ with what Mr. Best in the World saying.
What's up?
What it do, man?
Okay. We got. Hey, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Oh wait! I gotta give y'all the joke. I was like, the joke was like, yo, man, you don't notice? They don't never cam up together, yo. I said, yo, they be everywhere. They be popping up everywhere. I go to my mom's house. I'm in the kitchen. All of a sudden, you see M3 come out with a headphones on. Hey, what's up? Knowledge and relationship in the house. Y'all everywhere. And I was like, yo, but here's what I said. I was like, yo, I got a conspiracy theory, son. Yo, what if they all the same person? They don't never talk at the same time. I said, well, all of them the same person.
Hell no.
Hey, y'all talk at the same time. Y'all talk at the same time.
Hell no. Don't put that on me. No way. Hell no. I'm with your conspiracy theory to
Got
dead. I'm getting it. It's RIP, baby. Hell no.
Hold up. What the funny thing was, Watts was like, yo, but then how does he do Queen's voice? I say he got to wear special pants for that.
I got the talk box. I got the talk box.
Right. Oh, shit. Yeah.
What's up, gentlemen? What's up,
what
Rock?
it do, Queen? You know what we talking about?
What y'all talking about?
So the question was, let me see if this thing allows me. I'm trying one more chance. I think it got something to do with with the file itself. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman. Show me.
So this is a prime example of the feminist movement backfiring because
Nope. Lady gets on the bus. The bus is full. No seats available. Surrounded by men, and no men wanted to give up their seat to give her a seat, and she started going in. She started going in like, which one of you is going to be a gentleman? Blah blah blah. Nobody wanted to assist. Nobody wanted to give her a seat. And the person who's actually narrating the clip, they jumped in and they came and said, well, listen, women equality, feminism, all of the things that make you just as equal as us. So if you're equal, then stand your equal ass up.
That's messed up.
Right. And then so my question was, I asked everybody I asked them if any of them, would they have given up their seat?
Everybody said no?
Say it again?
Who said everybody said no?
No, I said I would have given up the seat. Watt said he would have given up the seat. Best in the world said, hell no. Unless she was my wife, my mama, my granny, old or pregnant.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch the replay for that one. Because
They gotta watch the replay. I said no. And I mean that. And I means that.
That's not true. That's not true.
It is very true. If she's not pregnant, if she's not old, I'm not getting up. I'm not getting up. I am not getting up.
Stop capping.
I'm not getting up. All right, you can make cap if you want to.
Stop capping.
All right.
84, stop capping.
Anybody capping? You answer the question. Are you getting up? Are you getting up?
You capping.
Are you getting up?
84 is capping.
Cap.
Hey, Queen.
Tell on him.
Because I've seen him.
Queen. Before you go, Queen, 84, he told me he wanted me to send you something.
Yeah.
Stop.
That's messed up. That's gonna be 84.
Hey, bruh, do it. Bruh, do it. I know you got it, Chef. Chef, I know you got it. Do it.
You better shut your mouth. You hear what I'm saying to you? You better shut your white mouth.
I ain't white, so yeah.
Whatever. Anyway.
Hilarious.
No, I don't. I think you can still have chivalry and all that despite women's movement. I was taking some stuff to a nonprofit before the pandemic, and
Drive, Vic. I gotta check this Wi-Fi.
My hands were full, and but there was a button outside the mall to push for the disabled button to open up the doors, and these young guys, they were like in, I want to say middle school, maybe. It looked like they was about 12, 13, 14. And, I didn't think they were going to run and help, or, I wasn't paying attention to that. And two of them ran and it was like, do you need any help? Do you want to secure those? I said, no, I got it. And the other guy had already had the door open for me. And I thought that was really sweet to see young Black kids do that, because I would have, not that I didn't, I wouldn't have expected it from them, from what I perceived them to look like, if that made sense. I just thought they were just going to walk by me, but I don't believe that. I think you should still, offer stuff. I mean, I've had seats offered to me and I've said, no, I'm good. I actually like standing up sometimes because it helps me to stay awake. So, and then I can stand up sleeping on the train too. So don't matter.
Hey, Queen, I gotta ask you something, because you offered in something that I hadn't thought about in a while. We're gonna come back to this question because we're going around the panel. But my question to you is, do you believe that? I mean, you can just speak for yourself, but that we racially profile, not even racially, but that we profile our own people.
Yes.
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 Anybody else have something to speak on about that?
Okay. Yes, I do. If I feel like if I'm on a bus and I feel like he might be a criminal, I'm moving to the other side.
Heck yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm moving to the other side.
I can dig it.
I'm moving to the other side. I'm just being honest. I feel comfortable moving to the other side.
What if he's sitting down and nobody won't let you sit down?
See, it don't.
You
It
the
didn't
only
bother me.
woman.
I didn't
Put yourself
mind
in that woman's position. Would you say something?
Would I
Would you
No,
ask
I
somebody
wouldn't.
for their seat?
No, I wouldn't, because I rode the bus almost 2 years, and pretty much when older people got on the bus, I was always told, children and older people, you give up your seat. So it don't bother me, because that's how I learned from my parents. So when I got on a bus and I seen even if it was an older gentleman, okay, I would give up my seat. Because my mom said sometimes it's better to give than receive. And so if it's an older gentleman, like I'm young, he can have my seat. I can stand.
Hear that, Watts? Sometimes it's better to give than receive. I'm just fucking with you, Watts.
Okay, fire for keeping shit. All right.
So I mean, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I move even when I walked to work one morning. I remember this. I walked to work, and it was a black gentleman on the other on walking the same side of me. I got on the other side of the street. I ain't gonna lie.
Whoa, you crossed the street?
Yeah, I crossed the street.
How crazy did he look?
It's just something about him just didn't feel right. My intuition was just like, So I'm very cautious with my intuition. When I feel like a situation is not safe, I get this feeling in my stomach, in my senses saying me, this ain't right. So I don't care if they black, white, blue. I'll still move to the other side.
Yep.
Let's go with that, right? So check this out, right? Everybody, let's say you was with somebody, you went to, I don't know, whatever place you were going to, okay? And your girlfriend's taking you out there, but it's hood.
Yeah.
It's nothing but black folk. You know what I'm saying? She take you over there to, I don't know, let's just say good old flea market. Do you feel more or less comfortable around a group of your own people?
It depends on the
Or
situation.
when I say your own people, as in other black people.
It depends on the situation, okay? Because where I live in Sacramento, it is a hood, okay? And my girlfriend daughter go to preschool, and I was like, I hate going down in that shit when it's dark, okay? I don't go down there when it's dark, okay? I need daylight. And so she was like, Drea, my baby gotta be picked up. And she was like, and I was like, I don't go down there when it's dark. And she was like, oh, but I don't got no car. I was like, oh, you got to ride with me? Because I don't go down there when it's dark. Daylight sailing, we go down there when the lights are on. When it's dark, I don't go down there. And I have always been that way. And it depends on. I'll be honest. When I first I went to Georgia because I met with my friends on the cruise. Okay, and I'm not used to we went to Applebee's in California. You don't see the Applebee's, it's full of black people. Okay. And so we went to the Applebee's. Me and my girlfriend went to the bathroom. We were from California. We went to the bathroom. We was like having a hot flash. We was like, look at all these black folks. in Georgia, we was like, we had to calm down because we're not used to seeing the Applebee's full with black people. And so we was so I was like, oh my God, look at all these black people. And I sometimes I get the scenario that I should not be afraid of my people, but sometimes I am. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. Hey, Chef. So we rode the bus around the corner. We got off, but we getting back on. We just had to make a quick stop. We know the driver. So Queen was speaking on some brothers who actually held the door for her, but she didn't. She said based on how they look, it kind of threw her off because she wasn't expecting that from them. So that's how we got to the question about, do we, prejudge or profile our own people on the bus or otherwise. Andrea was saying that she would move to the other side of the bus, maybe if she saw somebody who looked a little sketch.
That's one of those things I believe that's part of us. Is it fair? No, life is not fair. Does it happen? It happens a lot. There's people, we got folks that in our families that may look a little scary. We all might have that relative that might look a little scary, look a little crazy. And if you don't see anybody in your family that look a little scary or crazy, then like me,
Show ass.
with all the tats in, it's you. It's then it's you. But the thing is, there'll be somebody that might scare you out there. You may feel scared about, and they don't even look as scary as your relative who you know is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's because they're not yours.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not yours. You know what I'm saying? A stranger sneezing in your face is one thing. Your 16-month-old child sneezing in your face, it's a totally different thing. Your response, your threat level response is going to be at a different end of the spectrum. So it happens. But the thing is, now here's where I get to that thing. In terms of understanding living within certain areas, and then also us understanding times where we might have been oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Survival instinct, being in survival mode. There is no fairness when it comes to survival mode. Once you go into survival mode, all logic and common sense goes away. That's when spidey senses start tingling. If I'm somewhere and I get punched and somebody hit me and then somebody hit me from the back, somebody hit me from the front, and now I'm going at this person, somebody hit me from the back. At this point now, I'm swinging. I'm spinning and I'm swinging. You get what I'm saying? And any face that's within my, 1.5 to 2.5 foot perimeter, they catching it too. Is that something that I'm trying to do? Is it something that I plan? No. It's something instinctively that I have to move it because now I'm in survival mode. And once we get into survival mode, logic is put to the side. That's when fight or flight comes into play. So is it wrong when somebody intrinsically gets nervous and scared? No. But now watch this. We can flip it to the whole, everybody knows that whole trope, the whole cliche about, well, it's not cliche. I've seen it happen to me too. The white lady get in the elevator, or a black man gets in the elevator, white lady's in the elevator, and two black men get in, and then immediately she clutches her purse. We know about that story. Do we get mad at her for the fear that she has? Because really, is she racist? or is she really fucking scared? And that's the question. Is she a racist or is she really scared? Now, we can talk about whatever has been pumped into her head by virtue of the media, by virtue of family, by virtue of her lack of proximity to Black people throughout her life. Does that make her a racist? Or just that make her simply scared? And that's the key. I know that when I'm out in certain places and I know it's a certain time of the night, and if I know I'm driving nice and I got, jewelry on, got that thing on me, if I walk into an elevator and then I see two people and my size up game is pretty decent, if I see the two dudes and I feel that I feel something, a little sense, I start turning into what's the name? Denzel in The Equalizer, and I start paying close attention to what I'm gonna do. I'm at the ready. I'm at the ready. In my mind, drawing at the same time as disengaging the safety in a fluid motion. Those are actual things that would go in my mind. They don't know that. But there's some of us that have been in dangerous situations where I can think it out like that. But there's other people that they will not be able to think it out like that. And their display of readiness of fear is going to be very different. When I start to feel that feeling and I'm in close quarters, I'm looking at you in your eyes. I'm looking at your shoulders. I'm looking at your elbows. Before even your hands, I'm looking at your eyes, your shoulders. I'm looking you in your eyes. So you understand that there's I have situational awareness. I look at your elbows, look at your arms, because now I know what kind of moves you're going to be making. Those are going to move first. You know what I'm saying? You can clench your fist, but it's going nowhere without the shoulder and the elbow movement. So regular people don't think like that. So regular people are going to respond in a regular people, civilian style fashion. They don't have rules of engagement. So I said all of that to say, when the people do the purse holding and the walking across the street, Black or white, I don't judge them. It's fear. It's fear. When Black people move away from other Black people and they think something's going on, we don't call them anything because we just figure they've been exposed to some shit. But when other people do it and they don't know us like that, we call them racist. Nah, maybe they just ain't.
Maybe they just. I mean, I'll be honest. I have seen two Black men in the elevator. I'm saying, no, I'm going to the next floor. I ain't lying. I'm lying. I'm telling the truth. I'll be like, no, I'm going to the next floor. I'll wait.
Check it out, Chef. No, now you can say what you want, but I'm gonna be offended if I'm walking down the street and a lady grab onto her purse. You know what I'm saying? When I'm walking by, I'm offended because all I'm thinking is, this just really thinks she's strong enough to keep me from getting that if I really want it.
You stupid. You stupid. You asshole.
He really went there. He really went there. Oh, wow.
Peace, Joanna. Peace, Joanna Washington. Yeah, you a fool for that.
Hey, look. That's not my joke. That's not my joke. But I thought it was well timed. So shout out to the brother.
You got that one. Like, what the hell?
I just want to say real quick, shout out to Queen and all the other crazy people that are able to close their eyes and take their ass to sleep on public transportation.
No, I don't do that.
I be wondering sometimes. Hey, look. Real talk. Hold on. I'm on CCT. Anybody know anything about CCT? We're going to Cumberland Mall, right? Long story short,
CCT is
dude
Cobb
follows.
County Transit, y'all.
Okay.
So my man I'm sitting here on the end of the bench. He's sitting on this one because you know you got the little ones in the front for the elderly, or you can move them out the way, put the wheelchair and stuff in the front of the bus. Then you got the regular seat. We up there. He done fell asleep like this here. He got on like one of them big ass winter coats. Gun then slid out. I'm like, oh, bro, he had like a little black revolver. So I'm like, yo, you're wilding and you sleep. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna put my hands on this gun. Period. Right. So I look over to see who else see it. And it's another white lady who see that she already on the phone. So I'm like, Lord, by the time we could pull up to the bus station, I'm telling you, it wasn't 5 minutes later. I'm talking about the whole parking lot surrounded with them boys. They got ARs, dogs. I'm like, gee, that public transportation. But you talk about somebody falling asleep. Nick fell asleep and the gun fell out, boy. And they had a field day on his ass.
So so she called Vic.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I say that it was the police that was waiting for us when the bus got to the mall. It was surrounded. They surrounded the whole thing. It was like a standoff or something like that. But he just fell asleep. He wasn't gonna do nothing to nobody. He just fell asleep, and his gun fell out of his pocket. Would it caused a whole situation?
So in that situation, should she call if he was a no threat?
That's a fair question. That's a fair question.
I'm just asking the question.
That's a fair question.
So, okay, so I can answer that. I can answer that question. Well,
okay.
If he was asleep, he was not a known threat. That's one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, Georgia is a CCW state. Georgia, CCW, control carry.
Okay.
Right? Weaponry is a control carry. Concealed carry, right?
Uh-huh.
You can own a pistol. You can pack a pistol in the state of Georgia. So having a pistol is not illegal.
Okay.
According to Vic, dude fell asleep and the pistol dropped from the guy's coat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So technically, there was no crime. He was not committing any crime. His weapon, either became unholstered or fell from wherever he was. He had it. He was not menacing. He didn't even brandish it. It literally fell. So in terms of that story, there was no crime committed. You get what I'm saying?
But if I'm not mistaken, though, public transportation does have a picture where it say no guns, no smoking.
True.
No, because it's public transportation, you might.
Yeah, it's not because HRT, because here in Virginia, it's an open carry state. So as long as it's visible, you can carry that thing on you all you want to. But when you get on this public transportation, you better not have it on you though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm about to pull that up.
Pull up on me.
Yeah, so as of 2008, June 2008, Georgia passed the law that allows citizens with concealed carry weapons permits to take their guns on board public transportation as well as in restaurants and parks.
Okay. All right. Heard,
wow.
Heard.
And 100 watts, I never fell asleep after the pandemic, but this is a while ago. And instead of standing up, staring at people, I would just close my eyes. So, yeah.
No, and the only reason I was saying it is because it's been quite a few times where I get on the bus and be like dog tired, because I used to work 2 jobs like right back to back. So after like a 16, 17-hour day, you get on the bus and you dog tired. And there'd be plenty of times where I'd be sitting on the back of the bus and I want to fall asleep. It's just as soon as my eyes close, like I feel this rush of anxiety that hit me. Like, nope, open your eyes. You got to see everybody on here. I can't do it. I can't do it.
But what I used to do.
Have I ever missed my stop? Oh no,
Yeah.
hell no. Nope, hell no. Nope.
Fell asleep and woke up by 4 stops. woke up by 4 stops later. Like, last time.
I do want to say that I used to be able to walk to work. And they had changed my schedule where I had to be to work at 7:30. So it was like I want to say a 15, maybe a 20-minute walk, nice walk, or it would take me about 10 minutes or sometimes less than that on the bus. So, but because of where I live, I had a white roommate and a roommate, Japanese roommate. And I told them, I said, look, I know y'all want to live over here. Y'all think the hood is nice and it's urban and, redevelopment. I said, I got one time to feel unsafe and I'm leaving you the rent money for that month and I'm out. So what I started doing, because sometimes it's dark when I leave for work, so I would leave. My roommates would be like, what time did you leave for work? And I'm like, don't worry about all that. I said, I just want you to know you'll never be able to figure that out and you'll never be able to find me because I worked a different route to work every day. I left at a different time. I said, I don't want anyone to get into watching me and seeing a pattern. So either I left 5, 10, 6, 7, doesn't matter. I always left a different time and I always walked down a different block and hit a different corner. So no matter, even if my roommate was like up and out, they was like, I didn't see you on your way to work. I was like, you're not supposed to. That's the whole point. Because I never wanted anyone to realize a pattern with me.
All right, bad girl.
Right. Yeah, what's funny is back to that bus situation. The thing I was getting at.
Mm-hmm.
I think that lady was a Karen.
Yeah.
I think that lady was a Karen.
Mm-hmm. You think she was a Karen?
What if she was just scared, Chef?
Scared.
She was. Here's the thing. Nice one. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. He didn't do anything illegal. If she was, remember, one thing is actually moving away from a person that you think may be harmful.
Uh-huh.
This person did nothing to her. This person was of absolutely no harm. This person was asleep. The contents of whatever his pocket or his belt, whatever, landed on the floor. He was a man that was asleep, and she called the police. So I call her a Karen, right? So, it's Karen time. Let's see some Karen.
Guy in a car, and now he's videotaping me.
Because this is unlawful.
Ma'am, he's running me over.
No, I'm not.
Ma'am, hurry, please hurry.
That's it, damn it. I'm moving it. I'm moving. Look, that's it.
I know. Hey, cut that shit short.
Yo, I'm moving the Ecamm, yo. I don't know what's going on
Hey,
right
Chef,
now.
y'all ever seen a one where like she tried to take the dude Amazon package from his doorstep and he snatched it from her and like she fell on the floor all dramatically and she had like something happen to her? That was so funny.
Yo, these Karens ain't right, man. They not trying to let us be great tonight.
Shout out to the Karens, yo, for the comedy.
Shit. That's Tuesday night. That's one of my rants right now. Come on, StreamYard. You got me paying the $50 package, yo. What you doing? But see, I ain't gonna depend on you no more. We filming the unboxing tonight.
With your bitch ass.
Of the new setup. We the unboxing. All right. So we won't need StreamYard's stuff no
bitch
more. Oh yeah. It's a
Yo,
whole.
watch, I'm saying that.
It's a whole setup. You know what I mean? I'm actually gonna film some of the unboxing tonight. that camera set up, computer set up, lights. We finna do some things. Cause right now, right now, StreamYard got me looking crazy. I'm not feeling that. I don't even get the cat smacks the right way anymore.
Stop!
Nah, the cat official. Ain't nothing fading that cat right now.
Yeah, that's slow motion. I'm not feeling that right now. But yo, man, I want to try one more thing because this one is probably one of the most important. Let's see what happens.
Right now.
And that's why I'm ranting.
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Yeah,
StreamYard.
You just lost 2 in one stream, cuz.
Son.
3.
Yeah. Something was happening right now in terms of, I don't know if it's one of their they having a paging issue or something like that. But these are this shit was preloaded in here, and their site is acting up. So I'm gonna have to take that one as an L. But know that we brought some music to the table.
Yay.
Before we shut it down, starting with Queen Forever 2K, I want you, and then of course 100 Watts of Vic gonna be last, but I want you to tell me one thing that pissed you off, that really pissed you off this last week. Get it off your chest.
Who go first? Me?
Yes.
One thing that pissed me off this week. Damn it, Antonio Brown. Get up my damn hair. I'm so sick of his ass. I'm gonna do.
Why?
Because he's problematic. I'm gonna say it again. He's problematic. Every time he gets on the team, he get kicked off. And then I still believe when Tom Brady give you a second chance, a second, third, fourth chance, and then you get on the field and act an ass. I got a problem with that.
You said Tom Brady gave him a chance, or Tom Brady and did Tom Brady give him a chance, or Tom Brady felt that he can actually use him as a threat?
At the end of the day, it go hand in hand.
No, it doesn't. Why? It doesn't, because if I know that I'm a singer and I could get 50 people in the audience, but then me singing the song with you is going to get 150 people in the audience, I'm not giving you a chance. I'm helping myself by bringing you along. Does that make sense?
But what if Andrea not getting a gig anywhere else? What if you're the only opportunity she can get?
Thank you.
Doesn't matter. But okay, so I'll say that. The whole point is it don't fucking matter, because you're not signing her for bullshit. You're signing her and letting her live in your house because there's something that she can benefit you. 100 Watts, wait. 100 Watts ain't going to make that kind of investment without some kind of return. You see the smile? You see the teeth in the dark? Right.
Got him.
Right.
So doing 100 Watts. Oh, man.
I heard that, Chef.
Right. So what I'm saying is this. He did not give him a chance. He gave himself a chance to win. He gave himself a chance to win.
Difference.
Remember, he wasn't just sitting there just saying, he didn't just putting what you call it, AB in a Bucks uniform. You get what I'm saying? It did not give Tom Brady that power and energy of empowerment now that he throws the ball better because he knows he helped this man out. No, he helped this man out because there was an additional threat. Antonio Brown, in terms of his play, sometimes people, he psychs people out too. Understand that. When you that guy that they know is going to go ham, and then you might think it's crazy, when you defending against him, you're going to move a little differently. because you're going against the crazy guy. He's willing to do certain things. There's certain basketball players. Ron Artest / Meta World Peace.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Play for
You
Lakers.
understand how many people would go so